Everybody,
Milo.
everybody.
Milo chilling.
Man, Tam.
Milo.
Oh, I got so okay.
Oh, he ain't gonna do nothing.
So what's up? Are we live?
That's what it says, man.
Hey, everybody. If I'm live, how's everybody doing? I'm trying to get it pulled up on my computer here. I don't know what the deal is. Here we are. Here we are. Hello, everybody.
Turn that thing down, son. There you go.
Friday, September 9th, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, September 11th is on a Sunday, man.
Yeah,
Damn.
man, it's 21 years since 9/11. Ain't that crazy?
Not really.
Do you remember where you were when that happened?
Let me just put it to you like this. How do I put this? I was driving to Kansas City to see some of my SA friends
Okay,
early
Okay.
in the morning.
early in the morning. What
Yeah.
time?
Well, hell, I heard that, like, I was listening to the radio when the news broke. I was like, what? The plane crashed into one of the twin towers.
Mm.
And then it's like, when I get to where I'm going, you see it on the news, and you're like, oh man, that's horrible. And you're like, wait a minute, there's a second plane. You know what I'm saying? You're like, what the fuck is going on here? It was surreal. It was one of them surreal moments, man.
Yeah.
It still fascinates me to this day that these fucking terrorists got trained in America how to fly them planes. The Queen is dead.
Queen Elizabeth
The Queen is
has
dead.
passed,
Yes.
and there's a protocol called London Bridge is Down or something like that.
Never
when the
heard of
Queen
it.
dies. Yeah, it's been implemented since like the 60s or something. It's been revised several times, but it's when the Queen dies, it goes into
Or
operation.
the monarchy,
Yeah,
essentially.
it goes into operation like London Bridge or something like that. It's called, and there's just things that go into place like. One of the days is kind of declared like a holiday. Nobody works. Like the banks shut down. You know, Charles is now the king.
King Charles the Second or the Third?
And the one documentary I watched said it'd be, King Charles or whatever he decides to go by.
Well, I was listening to some shit that they were saying, like, the monarchy per se
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't have like an opinion, because I guess Charles is big on climate change,
Okay.
so he can't talk about climate change anymore, or put himself in a position to where he's initiating, a measure or trying to put his foot, into the climate change. Damn it, man.
Like arena.
Yeah, in the
Oh,
arena of the
like-
climate change, like, yeah, we need more electric vehicles. Yeah, we need to cut carbon emissions, blah, blah. He can't do that no more.
Mm.
But it still doesn't negate the fact that the monarchy is fucking racist. So it is what it is.
Yeah, they're really serious
And
about
them
that
and all,
bloodline.
remember when they used to call Europe the nation the sun never sets on, because they conquered so many damn territories that the sun was always up somewhere on a piece of territory that they
Are
own.
they technically, they're in the UK. Technically.
UK, Europe, whatever.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Hey man, listen man,
Yes.
I'm not trying to be geographical,
Yeah, it really makes a difference,
geographical,
though.
huh?
It makes a difference though. But
Okay, they're in the UK.
do you think anything big is going to change since her passing?
They still got a monarchy.
Right, but just in the world, it's going to affect more than like just their. It's gonna,
The king and queen are more like figureheads with a lot of power, bro.
yeah.
I mean, that's why they still got a prime minister in the UK. They still got a governing body in the UK. This ain't the queen who says, this is what I want, you do it right now, no questions asked.
She did longest on
Yeah.
her throne, 70 years or something. The second closest is like 63 years.
Yeah,
Man, she's so old.
she was 96.
Yeah, there's clips of her before there's color television, like on film.
Yeah.
She went through met a lot of U.S.
I think she
presidents.
was a ruthless person, to be honest with you. She had that poor Princess Diana killed.
Mm. God, that means Charles' wife is the queen.
Yep, she's the queen.
I don't know her name because
I don't know her name either.
Names, man, but and if Diana was alive, she would be queen too. Now Prince William is the heir now.
Yeah.
So when his dad passes, he becomes the king, and Kate Middleton will be the queen.
Yep. And his ass is old, Charles.
Yes, like 76.
He don't look so good. You seen pictures of him?
Yeah, I know.
He don't look so good.
I wonder what the queen looked like in these last month, maybe, because you never. I've noticed. I started picking up on that, like with celebrities. They always show like. You always think you're like looking at like, and sometimes they do show current photos, but it's funny like but sometimes you'll look at them when they finally do get one out there that's like real recent. You're like, oh damn, they've aged a lot. With the media, how they can, man.
No, it's a lot of makeup, son. It's a lot of makeup.
Man, now they have that deep fake technology, that shit's crazy.
What is that?
So deep fake is like, hold on, I got a text, let's see what it is. I'm gonna have to do it the podcast, let's see folks.
You just can't help it.
Oh. That's my cousin, the one that's coming next week.
Oh.
So, what were we talking about?
You talking about something fake?
Deep fake. So it's a way to like, they would film you, right? And then with these programs they have, they could put like Denzel Washington's face on you in the video in their edit mode, right? And then when it's played back, like it would look like Denzel Washington sitting here, like with the face technology, like everything, facial expressions moving around. It's wild. So they also use deep fake in the adult entertainment industry. So now you can have deep fake porn. So if you have like a favorite actor or actress you'd like to see, well, you can go there, and it's not really them. It's deep fake. It's an AI generated thing, but it looks like completely real. So also in that arena with deep fake, they're saying they're going to start using it like more like in the political realm. So when you watch a video, like, oh, the president is giving a speech tonight, like, would you be able to pick up if it really wasn't him, like if it was pre-recorded? So, so guy gets up there, because they do that a lot, and they give their statements, but say it wasn't really Joe Biden, it was somebody else in a suit and everything, and probably the same age, close to the age, but then once they do the AI technology and do that deep fake and put Joe Biden's face on there, and then they, edit it, and then they release it.
Man, that's a lot of work to deceive people.
Right, but it happens a lot, I think.
That's a lot of work to deceive people. So I did see something interesting.
Okay.
And I don't know whether I mean, the story was so damn short that I read it. It was just giving you the finer points of this. But apparently Princeton, now see, everybody's bitching about the college debt relief and all that shit. Well, here go Princeton. Princeton says any student's family that's making under 100K, they get a free ride.
Really?
That's what it said.
And where did you read this at? Or watch it?
It was on Politics Now this. Yeah, it's a little, and listen, man, major media is bullshit, man. They all full of shit. So I'm out there in the realm of alternative media, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, it's on, I read the article from Now This, and I was like, okay, that's a good thing. But then I say to myself, you say families, and you want, everybody from every background to be able to have a chance to, get their education, blah, 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 blah. But what are the stipulations?
Right. Yeah, what's the catch?
What's the catch? Because there was no catch. They made it seem like it was just, you want to come to Princeton? You make your family make under 100K? You get a free ride, baby. Then they say they was moving up the money for books and stuff like that to $4,000 and some change.
Come on, man. $4,000. Why would they do that?
Hold on, man.
When we remind me when we get done with this conversation, I'll show you a video example of the deep fake technology. Okay? Just remind me so I don't forget.
Where to go?
So I'm trying to engage in the chat tonight a little bit more. I said welcome everybody, and earlier when we were talking about 9/11, coming up 21 years, I asked the question, tell us where you were on 9/11. And then I just asked, what are your thoughts on student debt forgiveness? Just throwing some questions out there for anybody who wants to share their thoughts or opinions. Did I tell you that I started a new painting last weekend? I like to paint sometimes. We have a room in here, like Tammy has her piano where she plays and practices, and I have another table set up in there where I have like my laptop with my headphones and microphones and where I keep my equipment. And do we need that light on?
Oh man.
It looks all right, actually.
All right, here we go.
Okay, back to this.
Now this. Princeton will offer a full ride to undergraduates from families earning up to $100K a year. The university will also increase to $4,050 each school year the allowance for books and personal expenses included in aid packages, according to Princeton. More than a quarter of Princeton University's undergraduate students will not pay anything to attend the Ivy League schools starting in the fall of 2023, the university announced Thursday. Most scholars whose families earn less than 100,000 scholars. There's the word I missed. Scholars. There we go. Most scholars whose families earn less than 100K annually will get the free full ride.
The thing about the books, it wasn't 4,000 a book. That was that 40.
Well, I remember this part. The university will also increase to $4,050 each school year the allowance for books and personal expenses included. Yeah. So, scholars. That's the word I missed when I was reading it the first time.
So
you got to be a smart motherfucker.
So you have to have a scholarship, and if your family makes them, well, scholarship usually pays for college though. So they're probably talking scholars, like people in the top part of their class.
Okay.
If their families make under 100K, they get a free ride and that allowance supposedly. Right?
That's what they all.
But they also know that they're going to get a lot of students whose parents make over that.
Yeah.
Too, and they'll make their money. Right?
Yeah,
and they'll get them in other ways, because you gotta remember there's parking fees. Like, they're gonna make them pay for shit like that, I guarantee it. If you want to go to the football games and buy season tickets, all the things like K-State offers on campus, all the cool things and activity, like they'll get charged. Food, when you want to go to the Union and get food, charge an arm and leg for a sandwich.
And see, here's the last thing.
Okay.
One of Princeton's defining values is our commitment to ensure, this is a statement, one of Princeton's defining values is our commitment to ensure that talented students from all backgrounds can not only afford a Princeton education, but can flourish on our campus and in our world beyond it. Princeton University President Christopher L. Esberger, whatever, said in the statement. So, in one sentence they say scholars,
right?
And then in this one they say people of all backgrounds.
Just say, I thought it was something about. Read that again about the background part.
One of Princeton's defining values. One of Princeton's defining values is our commitment to ensure that talented students from all backgrounds can not only afford a Princeton education, but can flourish on our campus and in the world beyond.
So do you think background means, because that could be pretty broad. That could mean like.
But usually in the general perspective, when people say all backgrounds, they mean whether you're poor or you're rich.
Yeah, and I also think when I hear that, like, also like different races, different,
That too,
different
you know.
parts of the world, whatever their background is.
Well, that too.
I think it might.
But that's more of a cultural thing than background.
Yeah, interesting, man. Huh?
Well, I'm just saying, people are all up in arms about what they gonna say about Princeton giving away free money.
Right. Well, it sounds.
Or like I was also thinking, maybe they trying to get ahead of the game.
Yeah. Well, I think I've mentioned to you before, like the European model. Like some of their universities, like the.
Can't go to Juilliard for free.
A lot of most European universities you can go for free if you're a resident there. So.
Yeah, but
Like I said, again, I'm sure there's other things that you do have to pay for, like, books and, like.
bro, this said free ride.
I know, but.
Free is free, okay?
And they're going to give them the allowance, but I'm telling you, there's other ways they'll still get their money.
See, that's my problem. See? Don't say free ride, okay? Because
but still, it's a great deal. I mean, so if you got it, you're like, great, I can go to Princeton. Is that what it was?
Yeah, Princeton.
I'm gonna go to Princeton these 4 years, get my degree. I won't owe anything. They'll give me this allowance every year for books and stuff. But you think you still gotta live.
Bro, I can send my daughter to Princeton.
Right, but she still gotta live. She still gotta pay. You gotta eat.
Everybody
still
talking, see, you're not listening to me.
live somewhere. No, I am.
I would never think about I could never afford Princeton.
Right. I mean,
But my daughter's smart enough, she can get into Princeton.
yeah, she gets a scholarship.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She can get a college education for free, you're going.
Right. So the college education part is free. But I'm saying you still have to live though.
That's what her parents are for.
Parents and she'll have to work.
Well, of course you're gonna have to work, son.
Right.
Okay, but look,
Hey, I'm just saying.
hey, look, I would rather, and anybody out there who disagrees, you're crazy. I would rather have to help her live
Yeah.
than to pay that goddamn tuition.
Right.
Okay?
Right. That makes sense.
Okay, I would rather have to give her money to help her pay her bills
Yeah.
than pay that damn tuition.
Yeah, that's more doable for people that,
So I'm just saying, every time you keep saying living experience, like I don't care about that because I'm thinking about that Princeton education and how much that money would cost me at the end.
Yeah.
Shit. You need what? Shit.
Right.
We're going in half,
You
okay?
should, so Google real quick, since we're on the subject, ask it how much is it, how much is the college cost to go to Princeton for 1 year or 4 years?
Hey Google, what is the current tuition cost of Princeton?
Tuition for Princeton University was $48,502 for the 2019 to 2020 academic year.
That's 1 year.
Woo! All right.
Look, it said $48,502 times 4. What is that?
All right, I got it. It's $194,008.
That ain't including the interest.
Right.
I'd rather help her live, bro. Okay. I'd rather help her live, bro. Damn,
But that doesn't include like parking passes.
I get it. I get it.
That's crazy.
I'm just saying though, bro. I'm sitting up here like 40. Some people don't even make $48,000 a year, bro.
No. A lot of people don't.
That's insane. Yeah. See, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Right.
You go to Princeton. You apply to Princeton. You get in.
I'll help you live, but you got to work too because you got to do your half. And
Just get that goddamn degree for free. That's you know what I'm saying. Get that damn degree for
Just think of
free.
your motivation and your mindset, knowing
Because-
that you're not going to have that.
Or
on your
sometimes
back.
most students, I don't know, they worry because most students' parents pay that shit.
Mhm.
$48,000, bro.
Man.
And they started in 2023. Man, it's just in time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, and 3 more years, my daughter be ready for that. Now again, I'm not pushing her to go to college, you know, because college ain't for everybody.
Right.
But I told you got to get a trade or something. If that ain't your prerogative, you got to have some type of certification and something that that puts you on the basis of having a career, not a job. McDonald's is a job.
During these years right now, and through in your you got to try lots of different things because we all suck at stuff, but we're also pretty rad at stuff, and you got to like find out what you're good at.
Hell, I'm gonna apply to go to Princeton. God, I'm quite sure grades have to be up to.
I'm sure you can do some online courses with them.
I'm quite sure your grades will have to stay up to par. I bet you there's a bunch of stipulations and regulations and all kinds of shit in order to get that free ride, bro. They might just mop your ass over the coals, man, for that free. I mean, you can't step out of line not one motherfucking.
Yeah.
Gotta have a certain GPA. I understand that because most scholarship students have to have a certain GPA.
Networking would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, your dad works for who? You gotta get an intern?
Yeah.
Hey, okay, we're gonna switch subjects real quick back to that deep fake that we mentioned briefly.
Man, that shit is creepy, man. Why
This is a video of Morgan Freeman, but it's not Morgan Freeman. It's deep fake.
They can't see it, man.
I know, and I'm sorry. We've been talking about ideas of you either gotta do a post edit, when you put, we edit the video and put the video on the screen, but since we live stream, we need some kind of TV up here. So, seriously, it's got to get to that point at some point. But here we go. I'm going to show them this.
Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I am not even a human being? Would you believe me? What is your perception of reality?
That sounds like some Matrix
Is it
shit.
the ability to capture, process, and make sense of the information our senses receive?
Well, the mouth,
If
you see the words from the mouth,
taste or
it's kind
smell
of
something,
off.
does that make it real? Or is it simply the ability to feel? I would like to welcome you to the era of synthetic reality.
Synthetic reality?
What do you see?
The fuck is this synthetic reality shit, man?
There's
Come
one.
on, man.
There's one they just did on that one comedian. He can do all the black skinny guy on SNL. He can do all the imitations. That's a good one. They have one. So it's when he's on like Jimmy or one of them, right? And he's going through like Jay-Z and all the different ones. He can do their voices and shit. But someone went back and deep faked him. So every time he switched to the next character, they put that face on him. Let me find it. What's his name?
So is this for entertainment purposes? Well, no, because they fucking with porn, and I don't like that, man. Leave porn alone, man.
God.
Leave porn alone, man.
How was your week, man?
Shit, like it always is, too goddamn long. I'm only happy about the fact we get paid 5 times this month.
Oh yeah, because you get paid
Every week.
Every week.
So then I have that check in the middle of the month and I'm just looking at it and I'm like, damn, my tags are coming up in October. I better save this shit.
Man, we're in August. So I'm going to show you this. I'm sorry again, guys, that you can't see it. It's Jay Farrow. That's what I was trying to think of.
So I ain't gonna look at it for too long, don't worry.
So he's doing like Chris Rock and a few impressions, but I think they do the deep fake on him.
I like to play this game called Uncensored Rapid Fire Questions. And since you're my guest and you're the king of impressions, I want you to answer them as some famous people. So the first one is Chris Rock. So here's the question, Chris. Would you ever consider running for president?
I mean, okay.
Okay?
All right, listen. At this point, anybody could be the president. Listen, I don't care.
See his face?
Yeah.
And then switch to the next one.
I don't care if Flavor Flav runs. I'll vote for him. If he wins, and make Honey Boo Boo the vice president. I don't care.
Yeah, it's pretty weird stuff. Look it up.
All
One more, and then we'll turn it off.
Eddie Murphy, let me talk to you, dog. How would you accept an Oscar?
Well, you know, at first I would say that if I, hold on, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say that, why did it take so long? That's my question. I should have been had me an Oscar. You seen me. Y'all seen me.
So if you guys just go to YouTube and type in like comic doing an impression with deep fake, you'll see some videos come up, and then you can check out that technology that I'm talking about. Pretty crazy.
Well, I
And it
mean,
can be pretty deceitful. It could be used that way.
is that what movies are about to become?
I don't know, man.
Where they saying the actor's starring in it and they're really not?
It'd be cool to see like yourself in a movie. Like if Antonius is in a movie, it's like, oh, there he goes. You know, you're like running or something, an
Man.
action scene, you know, right?
Man, you get so sued by that goddamn movie.
I can't figure out why I can't pull up my internet right now on this.
Is it dead?
Because I got this open as a separate, like, you know, YouTube app, but it's like I can't.
Probably closed, huh?
So, did you watch the game last night?
Of course, and woo! That damn Josh Allen boy, that motherfucker
Yeah.
nasty, son.
Yeah.
He nasty. MVP for him.
That's what
And
this
Von Miller made.
dude's a beast.
I don't know why they let him walk out the building over some dollars.
I know. So, Cooper Cup, I have in my league, Patrick's league,
Well, they had
my
13
supervisor,
catches,
right?
100 and some yards, 1 touchdown.
So in that league, I did good with him, right? In our league, Ray had him.
Oh,
So Ray got all the points, and so he had somebody else too. And I only had Aaron Donald playing, a defense player, and he got me like 4 points. But it's just one
but
defense
listen,
player. I got
don't
a whole-
expect a lot from the defensive players, okay? Just don't. What they get is what they get. But sometimes, in a close game, in a close matchup, bro,
Mhm.
them 2 points,
Yeah.
especially if your player is the last guy to play that night,
Yeah.
them 2 points can be the difference between you winning and continuing on
The
losing
other
if
thing
you
I
lose.
noticed on Ray's team is he had a bunch of, was it Ray's team or the other league? One of my 2 opponents, in their bench, they had quite a few Rams and Buffalo players. So he's already like, a lot of his players have already played, whether they're on the bench or not. So now there's like, if you want to still try to.
It's too late. It's over with. It's a
Yeah.
wrap.
Yeah, but we'll see. But I got a chance to win in my my other league.
Man, you know what? I look at because you're looking at the projected points. You know, you look at that.
Yeah,
you
I
say,
like how they've fine-tuned that over the years, and now it's like while you're watching, because I had the laptop like over there, I was sitting on the love seat watching the game, and I have my laptop beside me, so I like how it tells you like your chance of winning and stuff. That's live, so that's constantly moving when like the scores change and then the projections change
Yeah.
too. Like that's a nice touch.
Well, yeah, that's been there for.
Because I haven't played for several years.
Oh, I was about to say that's
and
been
they
there for a
have-
while, bro. And that's what I was getting to. People look at that stuff
Yeah.
and they start to panic, like, "Oh
Right.
my God, he's got a 51% chance of beating me."
Right.
bro. Just play.
Right.
Just you pick your roster and ride with it. Whatever happens, happens.
Same with me versus Ray last night. I only had one person playing, so yeah, it looks terrible right now. Like he's smashing me, but I got the rest of my whole team to go.
And somebody on his team can flop, get hurt.
Yeah,
I mean, same thing with yours, but I mean,
Right.
it's when you're going with players from different teams, anything can happen, especially when they're starters.
Yeah.
Hell, even if they're a back, I'm telling you, man, like this one guy, one time we about 2 years ago, right? Like I fucked around and I had Justin Herbert
Mm-hmm.
and I can't remember who my other quarterback was, right? And this is a 2 quarterback starting league that I was playing in. So you had to have 2 starting quarterbacks.
Mm.
And all these other people started snatching quarterbacks like crazy. So then there was nobody left really.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I had a guy that I hope I would never have to play in goddamn it, damn it, he's with the Jets now. Flacco.
Flacco, the quarterback.
Yeah, when he was on our team, I was like, oh my god. So I picked, you know what I'm saying? I just needed something,
Yeah.
bro. Like, and what the problem was, my 2 starting quarterbacks had the same bye week.
Mm.
So I'm sitting there like,
Bye
God
weeks,
damn
man. You
it,
gotta
man.
pay attention to them.
I'm like, God damn it, man.
So here's our my other league, the Beatty League or Beatty League or whatever you call it. That's what this looking like.
Oh, so you had Davis.
Mm-hmm.
You had the Rams defense. No, Chargers defense.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would pick up Dawson Knox.
So then this is what this looks like down here. If you just want to see.
See, that's what you want to see. When you see the people on your bench get low scores, then if you lost, bro, hey, you put the best roster out there.
Right.
You know, when I see that's what I take my roster selection off of. If I look at my bench and be like, ain't none of these motherfuckers even get over 5 points.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then I pick my roster right. I put in the best players available that I had on my team, and I just fucking lost. It is what it is, man.
Right.
Some people get all up in arms, man. I tell people, look, so what if you 1 and 2 or 2 and 3? Bro, don't stop playing. Though I hate those people, and hate is a strong word, but I hate those people who record reflects how they're going to play the game.
Yeah. See, that's our league. Let me reload it real quick.
Yeah, see, you had Cooper Kupp, see?
Right. I just had
See, but look, see right here? His tight end, that guy ain't playing. Kittle, he ain't playing. They said he got. They said he day
Ray
to
told me,
day.
he's like, I got time to set my roster still.
Yeah, just like you had time to draft. Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God. What else are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about something else too. Talked about the deep fake. We talked about student loan forgiveness.
Well, that was just something I read as I was getting prepared.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a news junkie.
And Queen Elizabeth. We talked about
Yeah,
that.
the queen is dead. Monarchy should be dead. We shouldn't have any fucking kings and queens in this. Well, I guess the Saudis do. The prince, whatever the fuck his name is, the murderer.
Oh, and 9/11 anniversary's coming up.
Yeah,
on
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we talked about that in the beginning. 9/11.
Yeah. We could talk about it more, but
Now I don't want to talk about
I think the
9/11.
full moon's coming up
There's a nice moon out tonight.
because I think it's going to be full soon.
Man, the fucking leaves are falling sooner than I thought they would.
I know. I got a lot out here on this big tree right here.
I'm
A
like,
lot of
do
yellow leaves.
leaves fall? I thought it was October. Mainly. Cause it's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they're just fucking, like, raining down leaves when I was driving over here, bro. I was just like,
to me,
God
that's a
damn.
sign that the cool weather's coming. Tomorrow, bro. It's full moon.
Oh, well, it's supposed to only be 68 tomorrow or something?
I know because it's going to be raining.
Well, I'm at home. I ain't working, so I'm cool with that. Damn, but I do gotta take my car. I gotta take my Charger to go get a fucking oil change, man. God damn, man.
And I know this one's on the 10th. That one was the black moon. This is the harvest moon. This one. Yeah. So let me bring that up. I'm going to tell you guys about that. So the harvest moon is one of the most familiar moon names and refers to the nearest full moon to the autumn equinox, which is important if you're into spirituality. The light of the harvest moon enables farmers to work late into the night, helping them to bring in the crops from the fields. This usually falls in September. So that's where it comes from. Just a little tidbit there for you. Whoa. walks in. Did you see? You know that Anne Hetch that died in that wreck? That actor.
I don't even know who that is.
Anne Hetch. She's been an actor for a long time. Blonde hair.
That's about damn near 90% of
Hollywood,
the actresses.
California. She was like driving down a residential road and just like crashed into somebody's house, right? And the car was on fire, and I guess she was in a coma, and then she passed away a few days later. So there's video out. I think it's from a helicopter from the news footage, right? And it shows like these firefighters, and there's like emergency vehicles and houses back here, and they're wheeling her out, and she's like on a stretcher, and there's the black straps over, and she's covered in like the white sheet or whatever or something, and then they like go around this vehicle, and then they're about to put her in this ambulance, and you see in the video, it's, I don't know, it looks like she rips the plastic or something, and she leans up and like leans forward, and then you see a couple of the other firefighters. It's just weird because I didn't see any paramedics, and they were kind of like holding her back down, and then they loaded her into the ambulance. People have been talking about that. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't even know who that person is.
Biden's gonna go to Queen Elizabeth's funeral.
Of course he is.
Yeah, I think they have to go.
Obama's probably gonna go,
Oh yeah.
but Trump ain't invited.
I think there's a tropical storm South Cali about down by there. Have you heard about that?
No.
Let me see.
Listen, man, the crazy weather is coming.
It is.
Okay.
Pakistan's not well. Tropical storm K keeps punching as it hits Southern California with 100-mile-an-hour winds and intense rain.
Now, when did they ever? Man, that's news to me. I didn't know California got tropical storms. That should be in Hawaii. I mean, not Hawaii, Florida, right? Down that way. And that where tropical storms should be coming from down that way. What was it doing all the way out west?
Yeah.
That I just.
Let's see what it says. I'll read it here. Tropical storm K brought sizzling temperatures, intense rain, winds topping 100 miles an hour to some parts of Southern California, sparking concerns about coastal flooding and mudslides in the fire zones. The storm, churning along the northeast coast of Mexico's Baja California peninsula, is expected to deliver heavy rains, flash flooding, strong winds, and muggy conditions through Saturday. Tropical Storm K was about 130 miles off the coast of San Diego on Friday evening, and meteorologists were surprised the storm had maintained so much of its strength as it moved into the chilly waters near California. Usually, as tropical storms make their way north, they lose a lot of their punch, said Ivory Small, a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in San Diego. This one just keeps punching, though.
That's what I was talking about, bro. I mean, I wasn't all technical, but I'm like,
Yeah.
tropical storm, California, what?
Yeah, I agree. Though K as a whole has steadily weakened, the storm is producing strong gusts in Southern California. Its maximum sustained wind speeds have fallen to 40 miles an hour, according to a 5 p.m. update by the National Hurricane Center. It will degrade into a post-tropical cyclone once its wind speed falls below 39 miles an hour. Tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 90 miles, mainly to the east of the center, according to the Hurricane Center. There are continued reports of 50 to 70 mile an hour gusts in the mountains east and northeast of San Diego, with occasional gusts to hurricane force. Hurricane force winds begin at 74 miles an hour. So anything after that.
Is that the end of that article?
No, but I'm not going to read anymore because it's long. And
Well, what I need to know is when was the
Okay.
last time they had a fucking tropical storm? Does it say it in there? Because you know they usually like to say this is just.
let me read. I'll read in silence, see if I can find it.
You know they usually say, you know, California hasn't had a tropical storm this strong since blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all. I just want to. If it ain't there, it ain't there.
Well, it's kind of a long article.
Don't worry about it.
That's all right. You just keep telling us about. Did you go to the caves this week?
Nah, man, I don't go there too often, man. It's every once in a while. I mean, he usually hits me up on Friday and asks me, do I got anything for him? But nah, I didn't go in the caves, man.
Didn't you say earlier? Maybe I cut you off and I didn't mean to. You were saying something weird happened or something. You're gonna. Didn't you say you were gonna talk about? You saw something weird.
I saw something weird.
Yeah, didn't you say that just a little bit ago?
Did I say that? Man, don't let me get the line.
That might be crazy.
You might be just a little bit. Well, I know I am just a little bit, but bro, you ain't got to listen, man. There's a tropical storm in California. That ain't good. That's all. That's all we need to know.
Yeah.
Okay, that ain't good. Shit, it's hurricane season and down south. That's where it's supposed to be. Why would you live there?
Where?
Down south.
Like.
Especially Florida and Louisiana. I mean, I get it, but on the coast, where you gotta board up your house every goddamn year and leave, man. Fuck that, bro.
Yeah.
That's a pain in the ass, man. I'm just gonna wait out the storm, and then I'm dead.
Man.
You know,
But like people that come here to Kansas from other states, like they think our weather is wild, man.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
I bet they do. Kansas weather is wild. It can be sunny and 10 minutes later it can just start thunderstorming. Now where this shit come from?
Yeah.
It can be hot as hell in December and then ice freezing the next day.
Did you hear? I don't know a lot of information about it. Did you hear about like that jogger that was like abducted and she was missing for a few days and then they found her like in an empty like duplex?
No. An abduction.
Yeah, and she was like a school teacher and she was like out for a jog.
That's why women, y'all need to carry some fucking protection. Okay? A knife or something. Get to poking. People are crazy, bro. It's just society just fucking out of its mind.
Oh yeah. So it's the jogger Eliza Fletcher, and I did want to talk about this. Her body was found, so I'll read a little about this if you don't mind. So a body found in Memphis neighborhood Monday was confirmed to be a Tennessee woman who was abducted late last week. Police said Tuesday, Eliza Fletcher, 34, was seen on surveillance video being forced into an SUV while she was jogging near the University of Memphis early Friday morning. The suspect arrested in the case, 38-year-old, is that Cleotha? Cleotha Abston?
Something.
Cleotha Abston, it's a male, just in case you're wondering, is being charged with first-degree murder and first-degree murder in perpetration of kidnapping, police said. Memphis Police Chief Carolyn Davis told reporters it was possible others would be charged in the case, but as of Tuesday morning, no one else has been. According to the chief, it was too early for investigators to determine how and where Fletcher died. Her body was found behind a vacant duplex. A police affidavit said officers noticed vehicle tracks next to the duplex's driveway and smelled an odor. Purple running shorts, consistent with the shorts Fletcher was wearing, were found in a discarded trash bag nearby. Well, he was smart. Stephen Mulroy, the district attorney for Shelby County, which includes Memphis, said Abston would be arraigned on the murder charges Wednesday. They have no reason to think this was anything other than an isolated attack by a stranger. But isn't that crazy? Like, and she's like a school teacher,
He
and
must have been stalking her.
she was just out for a jog, man. You know?
He must have been stalking her.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Isn't that crazy?
Yep. People are crazy.
No, it's scary out there. Scary.
That's why you need your gun.
Yeah. Tell the story this week about what happened to you at work. It's good.
Good.
Well, not good. It's a good story. I mean, it sucked like that day, but just tell it. It's a good story.
Why is it a good story?
I mean, it sucked when it happened, but I mean, because you're safe and everything turned out okay. But it was he had a super sucky day at work the other day.
So listen, right? We got these crane trucks.
I'm
We
gonna get a
deliver
refill.
we deliver cases
Continue.
of glass, right? So you know, I get up my typical time around 4 o'clock in the morning, and I just wait out the time until I got to drive to Topeka to deliver these 3 cases. So you know, whatever. I get to Topeka. I get myself positioned up to unload these cases, right? So I haven't worked the crane in a while, so I had to get myself reacclimated with the levers and everything. So, you know, I go ahead and I get the truck settled down. I get the legs down to keep the truck stable as I move the cases. So I get the first case, you know, we get it down on the ground, you know, and they start to wheel it inside the building. So now I'm bringing the crane back around so I can get positioned for this other case to be connected to. And I'm sitting, I'm doing the levers and I'm looking up, and all I hear is just like boom.
Oh.
And it's like, you know how you that reaction you have, right? You hear something and you instantly start to turn that way. Well, as soon as that boom happened, well, I noticed the crane wasn't falling on my head, and the sound came from my right side of my face. So I started to do like this, and all I know is that hydraulic fluid was just pretty much like spraying me in my fucking face. All I remember, last thing I remember seeing was it was like a wall. His building wall was right there. So I'm trying to grab the wall to try to get this shit out of my eyes. But I end up walking all the way through his garage, all the way to the back and shit. They said they came out running. They said they was looking under the truck and all that shit because that's how loud it was, bro. It sounded like an explosion. Because the pressure had built up on this hose, and it wasn't, and it wasn't crimped correctly. So while I'm moving this crane, that pressure is just building up inside of that fucking pipe, that hose, because it wasn't crimped properly. Yeah. But hydraulic fluid, oil, that shit is heavy, bro. Like, you know the type of shirts we wear for work? Yo, it felt like I was wearing 10 pounds. Like, literally, I was like, man, I gotta take this. That's how heavy that shit was. I had to take that shirt off.
The day he was telling me about it after work, I asked him, I said, was it hot? Was the hydraulic fluid hot? Did you get burnt? Because I don't know anything about cranes, but, you know, sometimes those fluids and stuff in those machines get hot.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you said it was warm,
yeah,
though.
but it could have been because of the temperature outside.
It could have been. There's a bunch of comments on here. Do you mind if I read them
No,
real
I
quick?
didn't even know there
Because
was-
while we were on those other websites, you know. So Tina Strano says about the 9/11, because I asked several questions earlier. She goes, 9/11, I was in Manhattan visiting from Germany, and I was staying with Luann. That's one of my mom's good friends. And a shout out to, just not a shout out, but just R.I.P. Luann. She passed away last year from cancer. She was a very, very cool person. Aaron Estabrook said, did you see the Irish video reaction to the Queen's death?
Hey, the Irish don't give a fuck about the Queen.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
I haven't watched it, but we're going to watch it.
But I know that hey, bro,
They-
the Irish, they don't give a fuck about the Queen,
we'll,
bro.
we'll have to see that video.
Is there a king or queen in Ireland?
I'm not sure.
Okay, there's
Let me-
not.
let me give you
I'm just telling
Tina
you.
Strano then said Queen Elizabeth was only 26 when she was made queen. Can you imagine the responsibility at that age? Yeah.
Who was that king that was? He was like a fucking kid when he was crowned, bro. Louis the III or something. One of them motherfuckers, man. He was like a kid when he was crowned king.
Yeah.
I'm like,
There's a few more. Also, Tina said there was also a missing man from Lawrence, and his body was found in the trunk of a car somewhere. And then I told everybody, thank you for engaging, and I was saying once we get a break, I'll read them, because we were looking at those other videos, and I was reading those articles. Tina wants to know, oh no, how did you get that out of your face, the hydraulic oil?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, I get the guys that were there helping me. I get there.
Tell them the part where you told me how, like, when it first happened and it came down and you were, like, trying to run to that wall and you ended up, like, 30 feet away.
Well, yeah, I did say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I did say how when it first, because again, the sound, your immediate reaction is, what the fuck was that? You start to turn that way.
Uh-huh.
So it was like, boom, you know what I'm saying? Like the sound of me turning, the shit just goes right in my face, into my eyes and everything. I mean, it takes
Did it
long.
come down?
No,
or,
like
it came from the
literally,
side?
like, here are the gears, right here.
Okay.
I'm working a crane.
Are you,
The
are you
hoses
in the truck? Or are
no,
you
no, I'm outside the truck.
Okay.
Here, the hoses are right here. This is all outside contracting.
Okay.
That's the crane. I'm
Okay.
outside. That's the
Okay.
crane. You know what I mean? So the gears are here.
Uh-huh.
All the hoses are right behind the damn gear shift.
Okay.
So when I'm doing this, looking up at the crane, so I can, like I said, bring it back around, because you have to start, the crane starts, you got to take it out, but you can't go this way. Like from the passenger side of the truck to the driver's side, you have to swing it all the way around to the driver's side in order to get shit off and drop
This
it
is a
behind.
big pallet of glass.
Yeah, the big cases of glass.
And when that popped, it didn't fall.
Well, that's what we were happy about. Is that, like, again, literally, I had just set the case down.
Uh-huh.
Once they removed the chains off the case,
Yep.
I started bringing the crane back around. So we were lucky that we still wasn't trying to maneuver that case and that happened, because when you're doing shit like that, the case is in close proximity of people, because some people are maneuvering the case, spinning it, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
to get it to go a certain way.
Right.
Because I'm mainly doing, like, doing the gears, looking up, looking at them, making sure the damn thing is going the right way. You know what I mean? So we got, I mean, like, pretty much like he said, like 2 minutes, 30 seconds. If we still had that case on there, it would have been a bad disaster.
Man.
So,
They had water and stuff for you.
yeah, he put, bro, like, hey, I ain't never been in shock,
Mhm.
but he started pouring ice cold bottled water on my face and stuff, bro. I was
yeah.
like, oh my God. I almost couldn't fucking breathe, bro. Like, for real, like, it was that goddamn cold, man. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, it's ice cold water. I'm like, it's good, man, it's good, but like, you're not expecting that. I'm like, it's ice cold water, man. He just poured it all over my face. I appreciate it, but woo, man, just get some bottled water at this room temperature, man.
Man. Well, I'm glad that you didn't get burnt. I'm glad you didn't get hurt. And, all that.
That's why when a brother asked for his goddamn money, I need to give me my money.
That's
I
right.
don't fuck about nobody else.
Man. Did you know when you went into that job, or was that part of your training when you went to school to drive a truck, that you operate in crane trucks?
Bro, when I went to school to learn how to drive a truck and not crash my trailer into a pole when you turn it right.
Right.
Okay?
So
That was not a part, that was
So
not.
you learned that like on the job.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No
Is it
certification.
nerve-wracking?
Well, it is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Because these customers pretty much want you to, fit a well through a goddamn alley.
Mm-hmm.
Pertaining to the well being the case. They want you to maneuver these fucking cases in such ways that, oh, can you bring it down? And, man, I'm not, listen, ain't no goddamn MacGyver up in this bitch. You want me to bring it in your building and then set it up against the wall? What are you talking about, man? We're talking about glasses like 72 by 130. That's some big shit.
Yeah, that's big pieces of glass.
And you want me to what? You know what I'm quick to tell them? Oh, I can't do all that. You can call whoever you want to at Manco. But I'm telling you, I'm not doing all that because I don't feel comfortable. And if you don't like it, it is what it is. Hey,
Right.
don't believe me? I did it before. I was like, are you going? I said, nah, man. I said, I don't feel comfortable doing it. They want me to bring it inside their
It
building.
said, get yourself some safety goggles.
I wear sunglasses.
Yeah, I'm sure you have safety goggles in your
But
truck.
I didn't have them on at this time because I'm paying. I got the fucking controls are black.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah,
they're
hard
black
to
with the
see.
little
So it
white.
would have been hard.
Yeah, it's been hard for me
Well,
to.
unless you had like clear goggles. Like
Bro, we're talking at 6:30 in the morning.
yeah.
So I mean, the sun ain't out yet. So
Right.
I gotta see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know, I just do. I gotta see what I'm doing.
Man.
But man, they make you when you start driving learn how to at least semi-operate that fucking thing. But
Mm-hmm.
it would be so much easier if it was you, like, if you could drive in the building. You know, if they got a big clearing and all that.
Yeah.
But again, it's somebody who wants you to take this take this case while you're parked on the street, because you're mainly in the street. You know, they're fucking garage doors. That's mostly what these places are. They got a goddamn garage door. And you want me to try to maneuver this case inside your building to put it where you need it? Well, no, man.
Mm.
No.
I want to give a shout out. I don't know if I did last week or not to the Bearded Beer Review. If you go on the Red Eye Hour and go to our playlist, I have a playlist of his first two videos. It's our buddy Ray. He's been on the show before, one of my good friends, and he's made a new YouTube channel called the Bearded Beer Review. It is not associated with the fridge. It is completely separate. But his videos are great. They're like 3-4 minutes long. Educate you about different beers if you're a beer drinker and want to try different kinds. He tastes it right there in front of you, everything. The editing and everything, I feel like they did a really good job. So you guys should check that out. We are getting close to the end of the podcast. Is there anything we needed to talk about?
Nope.
Make sure we did.
Yup.
We got so K-State game tomorrow. Missouri.
They in Missouri?
I think it's here, right?
Missouri's in the SEC though now, right?
Well,
Right?
well,
Who's that? Who's that? Is Notre Dame coming to the big? What team's coming to the big? Is it Boise? Who's coming to the Big 12? There's a team that's supposed to be coming into the Big 12. I just can't remember who, because they don't want to be in the independent.
Missouri Tigers at K-State tomorrow.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the what conference?
Oh, okay.
Hey Google,
Standings.
what conference is Missouri Tigers?
The University of Missouri play in the Southeastern Football Conference.
SEC. That's what I thought.
SEC.
Right? Is it Missouri Tigers?
SEC.
Nah, it's their conference, bro. Like K-State's in the Big 12.
Yeah, that's on the Big 12 right here. So where's the SEC? Southeast.
Southeast, yeah. When you see Alabama, you know you're in the right conference.
There they go. SEC East.
So
Hmm.
playing an SEC team, and if you win, that you get a nice little score for doing that. Cause it's one of the stronger.
For, like,
I'm not a
strength
big.
of- for strength
Don't
of
let me.
schedules
Huh?
point?
Schedule.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I'm not a big college football guy expert. Okay. I'm just not. I love football, so I pay attention to this shit.
Right.
You know, so the ranking system, that's why, like, that year K-State was, could have been number one. They probably wouldn't have been number one at the end, when they did the rankings. Because of strength of schedule, bro.
Right.
So
That's always been a challenge.
they like I said,
Go ahead.
I was just saying the SEC is one of what they call the creme de la creme of the conferences. So
Yeah.
you be the team, because Georgia just won last year, SEC,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and Alabama.
Right.
Is Auburn, Clemson in the SEC? I think so. So you got all these top notch teams, bro. I mean, you win against the SEC team. You score some high points.
Yeah.
So even though it's Missouri.
So Antonius invited me to a K-State game. So it'll be the one after this one.
Temple. Is that what it is?
Tulane.
Tulane. Temple,
Yeah.
Tulane. Why am I thinking of Philadelphia? That's where I'm from. Yeah,
That's where
Tulane.
you're from.
Well, you know, hey, listen, I'm going for the food.
You're going for the food. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's good. Let's see.
I ain't had no tailgater food since I went to the Eagles Chiefs game in 2007.
So Jake, if you're watching or when you watch this podcast, we're gonna be crashing your tailgate, FYI.
Hey, man, you better have some food, bro. Okay.
And let us know if we need to bring something too. And
I'm freeloading.
I
Jeremy
can't-
can bring
I
something.
can't remember. Do you have cornhole? Because we're gonna make him play cornhole.
I'm going to free.
And,
Hey, look, I'm taking all the freebie food I can.
And also, so Aaron and Patrick, you know, from my work, they have season tickets. So we're probably gonna meet up with them, Jake. So I'm just letting you know now that like you might actually have like 4 people crashing your tailgate. But we
Listen.
just want to come and say hi, hang out, and shit like that.
That's what I want some food.
Yeah, we'll get food.
I'll get food from anybody who offers it to me as we're walking around.
I'm excited to. I mean, you know, I've been in the stadium every time they've done the different upgrades and all that, but I haven't been in there since they've done now that south end portion of the stadium. Man, it's impressive,
They
man.
better not lose.
The Tulane.
Hey, shit happens.
Let's look at Tulane Green Wave.
Tulane, they're in the Big 12.
I'm trying to figure out where they're at here.
I know that. I know
They gave
that.
me any information.
I think it's in
on it.
Texas. I think Tulane is in Texas. Hey Google,
Yeah.
is it Texas?
No, that's Google.
What state is
According to Wikipedia,
Hey, listen.
Texas is a
What state is Tulane University in?
The state of Tulane University is
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
I knew it was somewhere down south.
Hey, so one of our people watching tonight is my Uncle John. This is the first time he's been on here. So we're actually at the end of our podcast, Uncle John, because we
Hey, Uncle
have
John.
only cut it down to like an hour or so. Sometimes we go.
We're
a little
always
more.
late. There's something going on. You know, it's Friday
You know,
night. Something.
life. But so we're about to end it. But you can hear like after we end it, 5-10 minutes after we end it, it'll be on the YouTube page. So then you can go and watch the whole thing. But I appreciate you coming on, man. And we do it every Friday, usually about 9:30. 9:45. But we're gonna end it for tonight. I think we talked about some good
That's my
topics.
cue.
Thanks everybody who tuned in. If you're
Like
not,
and subscribe.
like and subscribe, please. Uncle John, subscribe to the channel, okay? There's a lot of other content on the channel as well. There's solo stories that you can check out, which are just audio stories that have sound effects and everything that goes with it. So those are good if you're like traveling or just chilling, want to listen to some stories. So check out the other content too. And we'll see you next Friday. Bye, everybody.